When I bought my iPad Pro with M1 chip, I expected to check the one question: how does Figma work here? I created the video about this 8 months ago, and to be honest, it's not a Mac replacement solution. And the problem was in the memory limitation. M1 chip productivity result will be relevant to M2 chip, because the CPU never limited the opportunity of iPad Pro. But what about iPadOS 16? Apple released it in 2022. I tested the public version 16.1, and I want to tell you that it's really different experience. But let's check it step by step. First point, memory limitation. I have iPad Pro with 128GB of SSD memory and 8GB of a unified memory. I can open one large file with a raster graphic, work here without reloading, open other Figma file and continue working here. Even if you open Figma in Safari, you can work with the Note app, open another tab to search something and watch YouTube videos. It's amazing. Finally, we have a desktop class multitasking in small form factor like iPad Pro. Can we use state management? Yes, of course. You can create the video and see guidelines or YouTube videos with tutorials. Another point I want to tell you about is prototypes. Prototypes work well. On the iPadOS 16, the prototype is working correctly, and I'm glad I can show the prototypes at meetings, for example. This means that iPad Pro with M1 chip or M2 chip can be a presentation machine. You can show your design using your hands, play the presentation, and connect the external screens using USB Type-C. The next point is plugins. I run some of them, and they work well. If you want me to run some special plugins, you can leave them in the comment below. I can make the separate video about how plugins work on iPad if there are many requests. The last point for today is file export. Export works well. If you use Safari, the files will be downloaded in the browser like files you are downloading from the internet. If you want to export a few different files, you will have a zip file with those files in your download folder. Also, I want to tell you about the screen. Yes, the screen size could be better for designing, and in my case it's only 11 inches, but the iPadOS 16 has a nice feature called Display Zoom that gives you more screen space to work. It allows you to see more on your iPad screen. But remember that you can use an external display you can connect via Type-C. But in any case, the iPad screen is excellent. I love P3 white color support, and promotion allows you to feel that the device is working super fast. So, do I think that it's a Mac replacement solution? I'm not sure. And let me explain to you why. Please check it. Maybe that issues will be not critical for you. The speed of working is terrible. I'm working very fast using my Mac. Figma is a technical tool you have to use quickly as possible. For this reason, I studied the shortcuts that helps me to rush my workflow. But if you are using the Figma app via Safari browser on iPad, you have to know that the browser's shortcut will be the preferred option in any case. For example, the combination Command and G for grouping doesn't work. Also, Command plus F doesn't work like other options with Command, because the browser Safari wants to understand what you are going to do and doesn't allow Figma to know about preset Command K. Even the combination Command and Scroll on the mouse doesn't work, which is very important for working with details. You must use plus and minus keyboards to zoom in and out. You can use the application using Figurative. It allows you to zoom using Command and Scroll, but as for me, it doesn't work like on Mac. Sometimes you can see app suggestions, and sometimes you can see laggy works that are not as expected. Another thing that stops my speed is an arrow, or rather its absence. You can't see all mouse states available on the Mac. For example, you can't see what will be now, moving or scanning the text. Next problem I didn't solve is a font system. You can use many installed fonts in Figma, but you can't use a custom font you want to add. I used two ways to adding custom font. You can use Creative Cloud, an official application that allows installing Adobe fonts on your iPad, or another special application to install fonts to the system. But Figma doesn't see them. I opened Figma via Safari, and the special app Figurative, and no one showed the font I installed on my iPad. You have to know that special graphic applications like Adobe Photoshop for iPads show the fonts, and I had the opportunity to use them, but the web application Figma doesn't see them. In any case, this doesn't prevent viewing the design in correct font. You can see and comment, but don't edit the text layout. For this reason, I can't replace my Mac with an iPad. As a product designer, I want to create and edit interface designs quickly as possible. But a few years ago, I dreamed about the device in small form factor I could use for the presentation, connecting to the screens in meeting rooms, and this device will work very well in this case. If you are not creating the interface design, for example, you are client, project manager, or task owner, and you need to check, review, and comment, this is the way to go. You can add Apple Pencil for this workflow, and it will be a fantastic device. Also, remember that you can create simple pictures without custom fonts. For example, you want to make the layout for your stories, or generate the interface concept on the go if your Mac is temporarily unavailable, or edit something if you don't have edit layouts with a custom font. If you use Figma with your iPad, please write your experience in the comment below. Thank you for watching this video. Like if you want more videos with this format, subscribe to the channel, and see you in next video.